And so when you enlisted and came to Fort U.S. ever since then,
That was the first time.
and then you've been here ever since.
Yeah,
So
I've been here ever
Your
since.
whole family, except your brother, still lives in Puerto Rico.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And you were with the same woman? Met her young?
Yeah, met her when I met Jasmine. I was working as a bagger, I think, at a supermarket. I was 17. She had a little 2-year-old kid in the shopping cart on the bottom. William, my son, stepson, and then I saw her curly hair, freckles, green eyes, done deal.
She made sure to sack her groceries perfect. Right?
Yeah. So
Showing off how good you could sack the groceries.
yeah. It was good. It was good. Yeah.
So you were how old when you guys met?
I was 17.
And you had your first child at 19?
I would say I think I was 20 when she was born. Yeah, 2000.
3 years. Okay. Yeah. And then how many kids do y'all have now?
So we have 2 kids,
Same.
William and Jean, and then we have 2 grandkids, Grayson and Ezekiel.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So then talk to us about the transfer from military life to civilian life.
Wow.
What was your plan? Did you have a plan, or were you thinking, I don't have to work and I'm getting paid full time?
Yeah. So that was very interesting because the best thing that happened to me was that I was assigned to Joint Base Lewis McCord. And when I went there, I was a ComSec guy. I used to field radios and antennas so people can talk in those settings, at the circuit level or top secret, whatever. But being part of that community, I met a lot of civilians that were making a lot of money, that have less education or certifications than me. And every time that they talked to me, they were like, "What? You have what?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they was like, "Well, if you're ever looking for a job, let me know. I'm happy to." They weren't offering me a job. I'm happy to get your referral bonus. And what they mean with that is I'm happily to refer you to my company. My company will give me a $10,000 bonus just because because the job that you're gonna get with them. And I was like, "Oh, is that a thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's a thing." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I started learning from them pretty much everything that I needed to do on my way out of the military. How to prepare, how to tailor my resume, how to have my elevator pitch, that's when I started working on PMP and my PMP certifications. I got my ITIL certifications, all those things that will prepare me and give me the foundation to being able to sit down in an office or in an interview and then being able to speak EVMS or SPI or ROI, things like that, without instead of just sounding like either just an engineer or maybe just a project manager professional. In my field, you have people that are very technical in either engineering or cybersecurity, and you people that are very experienced when it comes to project management. So you have people in the finance that are very EVMS, value management kind of. The people are telling you, "Oh, we give you $100 to do a project, we just spend $300, so you're $200 over." So it's giving you a cost variance, and you have to tell me why.
Right.
So you have these 3 areas, right? I became like the middle point. I was able to learn from this. Oh, but if I know project management, I'd be able to get in a room with the guys from cyber, which I have the certs, and I just need to learn finance a little bit, and it's not that difficult. And then you become this subject matter expert, pretty much almost the single point of failure. Even not you don't want to be. Because it's bad for an organization, but you're the single point of failure that everybody goes to you for answers because you can speak to those 3 groups, and they will listen to you when you talk to them because you talk the same language.
Right.
So preparing myself to leave the military and going into the civilian sector was, I would say, challenging because not everybody's ready. I wasn't 100% ready, but by me doing research, by me being able to identify my strong and weak points, by me being able to have an ear and listen to my mentors, because that's something that military people just sometimes don't do. They just don't listen. They think they know it all, and sometimes you need to humble yourself and say, "Hey, I really don't know what I'm talking about. I really don't know what this is. Can you tell me? Can you help me?" Something that I use till this day. And it,
Take any advice you can get from anybody at all times. You know, I think if you stop learning and growing, you should be dead. You can always learn something till the day you die.
100%. So, when I decided to get that DD 214, I mean, everything was so fast and so quick. That's when I got to Mantech, and the director back then of that company was Joe Fernando. So Joe Fernando, I applied for it online to that ISSO job in Arizona, in Tucson, working for the Air Wing, Air National Guard. They test all the F-16s in the country. They have the best pilots, by the way. So I sent my resume, of course, show all my credentials, and then Joe Fernando started talking to me. Hey, Rick, I just want to tell you. He started telling me about photography and cameras. Well, we're here with a lot of cameras. And he started talking about his time in the military and how he was at Fort Bragg, and he saw that I got Fort Bragg on my thing, how happy he was. And then he told me, hey, but I have to hang up. But hey, I will talk to you next. I talk to you next week. Shauna is gonna send you the contract. Just sign it, and just let me know if you need anything. And I was like, okay,
Contract for what?
for my job.
Oh, wow.
So I went to my interview, and then he don't. Hey, do you want the job? No. He don't say, hey, what do you know? Tell me a little bit about yourself. It was just like bam, 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 bam. Talk to Shauna, and then and then I started. Everything started right there.
Well,
Went to Arizona, bought up her house after the military. Yeah, all the way to now.
how long in Arizona?
We spent a couple of years. We'll say 3 years, 18 to 22, 4 years.
So how from there all the way up to Lockheed?
So we were in a contract basis. So when I was in Arizona for the Air National Guard, so we worked for Mantech, General Dynamics, Raytheon. There I got a manager position, ISSM. And then my son has a special needs kid, Ezekiel, who has autism. And they were looking for the best place, best care for kids like him. And mom and dad decided, hey, Texas sounds really good. Aledo is particular. We have some ABA programs here and centers, and they were like, hey, we're going there. So I applied for a job, manager position with F-35, and then my son told me, you know what, we're not gonna go. So I say, you know what, forget about it. So then 2 weeks down the road, he tells me, oh, I got a job at Lockheed. And I was like, what job? Oh, this job. And I'm looking at that job. It's like, that looks very familiar. I think that's the job that I applied for. So anyway, so now Grandpa is desperate. How do I get to, my company, can I transfer? Can I work remote? I, again, over there, apply to Lockheed. They call me. And Jason gave me a break, give me a chance to be a part of his team, and then went to work for Cybersecurity, F-35 Cyber, and now working at the F-35 Labs. So doing engineering.
And that's all part of Lockheed, I guess?
Yes, all of part of Lockheed. Yes. Doing a tremendous job, helping the warfighter, win battles and stay ahead of the curve. So yeah, I'm very glad, very happy to be part of this team. So.
Nice. I really want to get into your nonprofits that you started. So kind of tell us what those are, what got you excited about starting those, and how did you start them, and why?
So Mission Project Cyber is a company where we help small companies get their CMMC accreditation file. So pretty much those contractors who had business with the federal government or defense industry, they need to follow some rules and regulations. And Mission Project Cyber job is to the product that we offer them is the assurance that someone, in this case myself, I do an audit of your business, on your processes and your cybersecurity stand, and then I tell you you will pass or fail your certification level 1 or level 2. In addition to that, with that platform, we help veterans, work with my company and gain the necessary skills to perform in similar jobs. So we have different programs with the military that helps those individuals get experience working for other companies. You just have to sign for those programs, and the military or the VA pays them to work in your projects for a specific amount of time. And then during that time, you teach, coach, and mentor those individuals, and then prep them to take on into the next role. Then I have another YouTube channel, and in this YouTube channel, I started having interactions with lots of veterans talking about how they were spending tens of thousands of dollars submitting their VA disability claims. And I'm like, why is that? And they were telling me, hey, because I don't know what I'm doing. And you can go to these companies, and these companies can teach you how to file your claim. And I'm like, it can't be that difficult.
For a nice fee.
Yeah, $10,000. Yeah, and then some of those companies charge you upfront fees of $2,000, and then they take 10% of your back pay, and they take 5 months, the increase that you get. So if you go from 0 to 100, they will get $20,000 just in back pay from those months. And then if you get, if your claim started in January of 2025, but you got awarded in 24 months down the road, you get, I don't know, $40,000, and they get 20% of that. So yeah, it's crazy. So I started on a website where I was able, through a FOIA request that I submitted to the VA, to get all these claims that the VA has processed over the last 10 years. And then using AI, Power BI, and different tools, of course, as an engineer, I was able to put all this knowledge together. And then with this knowledge, I trained the AI algorithm to provide answers to veterans that go to the site. So now I have standard processes that you go, and it tells you if you want to start an initial claim, this is the form, and this is the documentation that you need. And at the end, once you finish doing that yourself, because you have to do it yourself, I cannot do it for them because that's illegal, but I can provide the education. So at the end of the veteran putting everything together, the package together, they can go back to the site and pretty much upload the documents, and the AI tool will tell them, oh, you missed a spot on that form. Form 15 is missing, I don't know, spot 17, or you miss a blank, or you forgot a date, or these dates don't match to your papers, fix it. Which is the same thing that these people are paying $10,000 to these companies.
Yeah, because one line not filled out, you're declined, right?
Correct.
Denied.
Correct. And then you have to keep paying them.
So why is it illegal for you to help them?
It's illegal for me to act as legal representation to them. So if I file any type of documents for them, like let's say I'm helping you out filing a document or showing you how to file your initial claim, and then I filled the form for you, that would be considered illegal. So you have to do the work.
So why does the VA not have programs that help? And why is it so difficult? Is it because they don't want people to get their claims?
No, they do have a program, and it's called accredited they're called VA accredited representatives. They do have free services, VSOs, that you can find them directly from the VA or from your American Legion or Veterans Foreign Wars. They do have also VSOs that are free of charge, but they're always booked a year out. They have too many people that they're helping, so the care that you receive from them is not always the best. So people like me provide a service that you can just pay $30 or $40 a month, and you have all the information that these people are going to give you to your fingertips, 24/7.
Yeah.
And then I tell my on my YouTube channel, I tell my people that don't have the $30, hey, I am giving you a 7-day free trial. Just put your email, and if by the 7 days you haven't finished, get another email. I am not blocking people from, no. If you want to do Ricky1@gmail.com and tomorrow you're Ricky2@gmail.com and the next week Ricky3, I'm fine with that. Hey, we lost more in the sandbox, you know.
Yeah. And what's the website for that?
It's tacticalclaimci.com.
And how long has that been around?
It's been around for 3 months, and we have 70 subscribers already.
So brand new.
Brand new.
How long did it take for you to engineer and build it?
A week.
A week.
I think I spent more time getting information because I had the idea for a long time, but I wanted to have decisions that the BA made, of legal decisions that they made on these cases, and that took me like 3 weeks to get submit the FOIA request. I knew some people inside of the VA that were able to put it on top of the pile to make sure they get approved.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, that was the most that took the most effort.
So what's next for you? You have your own podcast too, right?
I do, but it's different. When I go to my podcast, it's about me relaxing and then just talking to veterans and have a laugh and then just talk nonsense and just so we receive a lot of ads and a lot of content from left and right. And so on my podcast, RT365, what I do is I review some of the more controversial videos, and I just have a blast with the people on the chat, and we just make fun of it.
That would be fun.
It's just, and then the chat is always people agreeing, disagreeing, whatever the case may be. It's just a space for people you don't have to worry about giving me no money or signing for nothing. Sometimes I don't even plug my sites. I just have fun with the guys online.
Sure. Yeah, that's interesting. So what's next for you?
So next for me is we're building a family. We're building a good thing here. Probably will be growing up. Mission Project Cyber, my cybersecurity consulting firm. This is the first year the second year that we are public. I'm taking 2 more certifications with ISACA that will get me 100% fully credentialed to not just advise and give counseling and mentorship for those accreditation, but actually go and be a C3PAO agent and being able to conduct the audit myself. So that will happen this year and beginning of the next first quarter, second quarter of the next. And then I would definitely want to stay work for Lockheed because I really enjoy the people that I work with, the lessons that we learn, the mission that we have. I am also a volunteer for a LMLA. It's Lockheed Martin Leadership Association, where we teach younger individuals get new to the enterprise how to excel and then advance their careers. So I have a little bit of that going on. Texas.
So no plan to retire ever?
No. Well, I'll say I will retire at 67. That's my goal.
67.
67.
What happens at 67?
So I think I think that I will. I think my expiration there will be after 90. So I want to make sure that I collect enough Social Security. between 67 and 90 to get my money's worth. Definitely want my wife to retire at 65 before me, and yeah, I think we are on the right spot right now.
So what's retirement look like for you?
I will say retirement for me will be more of the giving to the community in local and through social media, helping veterans as much as we can, because we lose so many veterans due to suicide, due to addiction and homelessness. Then it just goes to from leaving the military into addiction, into homelessness, into suicide. So I want to make sure that I do my part, because everything that I have right now, I owe it to the mentors that I have before me, to the ones they have before them, and so on, and to the military.
Let's go deeper into that. You know, military. Why do you think it's so hard to transition from military life to civilian life, where they have, you know, the PTSDs? How do they work through that? Suicide, drug addiction, alcoholism, homelessness. What do you think makes it so hard to be able to get out of the military and then go into a regular everyday life for somebody?
It's tough. It's tough because when you are in the military, you are part of a pack. You know, you're like a pack of wolves. You know, you have the wolf that goes up front, which the leaders are not going up front. The leaders are always in the middle or in the rear. Okay, making sure that everything stays together, and then you always got some seasoned guys on the back. So what I mean with that is that you are in, so even if you love it or hate it while you're there, you have such a strong bond, and from day one until last day, you are always pushing for the mission. You are working, you know, you have a mission, and that's what you do.
A purpose?
A purpose, yes. So sometimes we get blindsided by that, and we forget to give our soldiers, our peers, our superiors, subordinates, enough time for them to get educated on what's next. And the military has plans. They have plans. They have programs to get people ready. But it's so different, because once you go from being on your platoon or your company to go to these meetings by yourself, and now they're treating you more like an adult, kind of.
And you don't have a whole team to support
Yeah, you don't have you do have people that are supporting you, but it's not the same, and you start feeling that you're gonna lose so much, because you do lose a lot. You do lose a lot once you finish your time in service. That is so tough. So
personally seen a lot of in the business world too, which kind of can relate from military life to civilian, where they work their whole life just to retire. Mm-hmm. And then they retire and they wake up with nothing to go to, and they end up dying quickly. You know, it's no more purpose. You see couples that have been married for a lot of years, and then one passes. And a lot of times, if the spouse doesn't recover and find a new purpose or a reason to live, they end up passing pretty soon after.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, it's a thing about having to have a purpose and a reason to be here. So it's I wish there was more help and education before people exited. Mm. You know, we need that also for the police and firemen. Mm-hmm. You know, those guys are seeing it every day, their whole career as well. You know, there needs to be more programs, I feel, to help the transition before the transition. See if they can prevent a lot of that.
I really wish that the other thing I want to say to you, Dustin, is that not everybody received the same opportunities that I received, because I've been just lucky. Being on JB, I think JBLM is the best place to retire. When I was leaving the military, I was dealing with a little bit of PTSD. I was in 2015. You know, I've been to Iraq and Afghanistan multiple times. Everything is fine. I've seen all these things that we talk about on the show. And one day in 2015, I'm driving my I'm driving a Dodge Ram 3500. I got that truck because we have a boat. It wasn't a Sea Ray, beautiful Sea Ray that we kept on American Lake while I was in the military on JBLM, right? So I went to the lake, did something on the boat, got myself into the truck, and I was going to my unit to get back to work. And then as I'm getting to the entrance, I sneeze. Just no sneeze. That's it. And then when that happened, something clicked on my brain. And then I was like, for a second, back down range in one of the probably worst cases that I experienced. When I was in Afghanistan, we got an attack to something called the bazaar, or it's where we have the different vendors. They have pizza, they got a couple restaurants. We got a little, rocket that went over there. A couple people got injured. I think some people died. I was present when that happened. But that didn't face me back then because you're on that lifestyle, But back in 2015, sneeze, go back, I'm there, and then out of nowhere, and I'm not lying to you. You know how you sit up straight, your vision straight? I was sitting straight, and my vision was tilted to the right. To the right or to the right? Yeah, to the right. So how did I saw that? So I thought that I was having a heart attack, because I have to turn my head to the left to be able to see straight. Like really, everything was like tilted this way. Sorry, so I have to tilt my head to the left and then push it towards the seat. The reason that I understood what was happening is because I was able to see myself in the mirror, and I was able to process what was happening. So I was able to park the vehicle, but once I opened the door, I crawled I was crawling in a parking lot towards my office, and then
With vertigo.
kind of, yes.
Kind
But the room was spinning. The place wasn't spinning. I was just like, everything was tilted.
Huh.
So Stasson Kramer, buddy of mine, he saw me on the crawling. Rick, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. And then he took me to the hospital, and then an hour or two after, everything passed. And the doctor told me, yeah, that's PTSD, man. It's like,
Oh, that's PTSD.
that's how PTSD, because he took me to that event. So if he took me to something different, maybe it was something else. But yeah.
So do you still battle that today?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How do you deal with it now?
Medication, yeah. Being able to stay on your meds, and being able to go up or down, following my doctor's instructions, being able to talk to her openly, and me having a good doctor. Not every doctor is the same. So if you're lucky, you get a good doctor at the VA. If you're not, you got to find them.
So what medication is usually used for PTSD?
I think the hydroxyzine, sertraline. Oh, there's a bunch of medications.
Kind of just levels you, calms you down, or what?
So it it brings some type of hormone in your body higher, and then, so when when PTSD start developing in your day, it's a kind of like there's no way for it to go, because when PTSD manifests in your body, take these hormones and then raise them to 100, right?
The fight or flight.
Right,
Dopamine.
something like that. But because it's already out there, they cannot come. So when PTSD floors up on my body, I just get the tension on my body. My body feels tense, but I don't get like freak out because my levels of my hormones are at whatever. That's how they kind of explain it to me. That's how I.
Is it kind of like? I know in the old days before they said PTSD, they would say people that went to World War I or II had flashbacks.
Yes.
Is that kind of the same as PTSD?
I only had one flashback in 2015, and then I have another flashback in 2019, 2020, and it was the same flashback, back to back. One was when I sneezed, and the other one was in my room. I was just in my room, just minding my own business, and then it just went back and here. Like
Just hit out of nowhere.
I wasn't thinking about nothing. I think we were watching American Idol, something crazy, and then for a second it feels so real that you don't know how your body cannot comprehend that you are departing this place and then transferring to another place and back to your place like so fast that your brain, your body, and it cannot comprehend the transition. It's like time travel.
What do you think? I don't know the numbers. I haven't looked this up, but what do you think the difference in the PTSD numbers from military and police and fire are?
I will say that they are. I won't say that they are the same, but I will say that, and we have talked about a little bit about this. I will say that in the military, there is a thing where most of the life traumatic experiences that we face are created while you are on duty on a mission and you have the support of the machine. You know, the military machine. You're on a mission. You do this. You do that. You have to, before you deploy, you have to go see your doctor. When you're there, you got doctors, and when you come back, you got to do a post-deployment checkup, and they check you and they tell you. And how I know that, because through my website, Tactical Claims AI, those are the things that we're looking for veterans, to make sure that did you have that condition before you deploy? No, it's in your records. Oh, when you got back from deployment, you have a different result. So, this is your claim. Just go submit it. Here we go. So I know that the machine is behind the soldier. When it comes to the fireman, when it comes to the police officer, to the nurses at the ERs,
ER doctor, seeing all this stuff every day.
I don't think they got the same effort. They don't have the same system behind them, because they got to go back to their families the next day.
I was thinking about it since we talked about that the other day, and it's like one of the answers that I came up with myself was that military sees a lot of death and destruction in periods of time, like one time if they're in a battle or they're on a mission, whereas police and fire might see one wreck in a day, and it's spread out over time. Military is probably more condensed and more to deal with quicker, maybe. I don't know. But I think there's got to be programs for all of them. I see a lot of people now that I'm fully 100% for benefits and taking care of all of the first responders, all of them. And as a civilian, we don't know what's going on in someone's mind or body. So you hear of these guys that are living a normal life from our view. We don't know what it is behind the scene, but they're perfectly physically fit. They can go out of their house every day and live life. And you're like, what do you do for work? Like, I'm 100% disabled vet. It's hard to even go down that path of asking what or why, because we don't know. I do feel like there's a lot of people on the system that shouldn't be. It's not our job or right to ask, but it's a question, There's a lot of firemen and policemen that retire that should be on all kinds of disability. I don't know if they get the same or not. It doesn't seem to be that they do. It's interesting topics that go deep, and I think we'll get into those down the road and try to get some answers to it so regular people can understand it better.
Yeah, so some other things that I saw is like when 9/11 happened. Well, 9/11 was one of the things that solidified my decision to join the military. After that happened, I just wanted to go and serve. But now that I'm, after me, experiencing all this, I don't know if the people, like the firemen and the people that responded to that event, they received the same type of support that the military received when we go and defend the country. Because to me, it was the same thing.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder if they were treated fairly.
Be good to have someone on with a lot of expertise in that area.
Yeah.
And go down that rabbit hole. What's something that you could maybe give to our listeners that might help them live a fortified life?
Fortified life. So, Dustin, I got to tell you, I am so grateful for what you got going on here. Okay, when I first got here, I was weighing 325 pounds.
325.
Yeah. I think we have a DEXA scan on me. It says 3. I don't know if
Oh, we got to get that out and
I
share
think so.
that.
Yeah. And then of course I've been working my butt off. You know, I come here every day. I don't work as hard as other people, but consistency. I am down to 250.
Oh, in how long?
A year and a half, 18 months. It's being
That's awesome.
It's being steady.
Yeah.
And the reason that is so impactful to me is that I have a lot of clothes for when I go to work. And sometimes my wife look at me like, those pants don't fit well. You know, like, you should get new pants. And I'm like, okay. And then I go to the closet and then I pull something that I was wearing before I left like when I was in the military, and they fit. And I'm like, oh my God.
That's cool, huh?
Oh my God. So what I will say to the listeners out there is consistency.
Yeah.
That's if I can give one piece of advice, whatever you do, it doesn't matter if it's working out every day or steps or doing your routine, polite, whatever. Consistency. Yeah.
You know, I talk about that all the time. I'm the world's worst at wanting something right now. If I want to cut 8% body fat, I want to do it today, not tomorrow. I don't want to take 3 months. But time goes by fast, you know, and the thing here is we don't care what shape you are, what age you are, what color you are. We just want to see you getting a little bit better every day. Because before you know it, you look back and it's been a year and a half, and here you are. But if you didn't take those little steps every day and stay consistent, you'd still be that heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
And probably wouldn't live as long. Probably won't be as happy playing with your grandkids in another 15, 20 years. So I love it. So consistency.
Consistency, that's...
And be okay with the little progresses every day.
Yeah, little to little. Yeah. I don't even weigh myself every day. But when I do, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, how we got here? How we get to 253? And I'm just freaking out, 6 o'clock in the morning, talking to my, looking at her crazy, like, what just happened here? I don't remember the last time I weighed myself, but hey, it's there, 253.
It's got to be the French toast matcha.
So I've been drinking. I used to get one of these every single day out of Starbucks. No, every single day. And then I replaced, when I started being more serious about my weight, I replaced it by this banana cream matcha drink, and then I replaced my breakfast and lunch with that. And then you start making it here. You start making it here with the real dry bananas.
Organic banana.
Organic, yeah. And then I was like, it tastes much better. I mean...
And I would never think of drinking matcha personally.
Yeah.
But since you came, you know, and I started tasting it, trying it, now I'm hooked on the strawberry because we got an organic strawberry puree that I mix with the matcha and a strawberry sweet cream on top. Yeah, yeah. Now I'm drinking 2 or 3 of those a week.
It is the best. And then I noticed too that me driving every day when I used to work like before start doing this, driving to work was okay, but driving back because of so much caffeine throughout the day, I was driving tense. And then since I started doing this and here, now when I drive back, sometimes I catch myself. I'm like, oh, I didn't have any stress driving back home. Yeah. So yeah, so I attribute it to the matcha. So
yeah. Well, thanks for being here, and seriously, thank you for all this stuff. No way could we do this without you. And hopefully we keep getting better and going down a path where we can affect and impact a lot of lives doing this. That's the whole goal. So thank you.
Dustin, appreciate it.